Yeah, thank you very much for having me today. I'm super nervous because I'm actually sitting most of the time in front of a screen, as you might know. So, I just want to say hi and a little bit about me. My background is I'm a director for, or I have been a director for TV commercials for the past 16 years and was freelancing the entire time. We worked for clients like BMW, Audi, McDonald's, Porsche, and whatnot. So a lot of commercial work. And in 2024, I got hired by or asked by Storybook Studios, and today I want to talk about a little bit how Storybook Studios evolved from the actual film production company that some of you might know, Pantaleon, and that's where we are from. So Pantaleon was founded by Dan Mark and Matthias Schweighöfer, the actor you might know, and Pantaleon produced several movies like the #1 Netflix hit Army of Thieves, and we have the producer actually here in the back, Frank Kusche. And yes, that's where we are from, like from an actual movie background. And in 2023, one of my colleagues, Tobias Huber, actually thought or made the decision, hey, there's something, or made the discovery, there's something called image generation back then. And he went with this idea to Dan Mark and told him like, hey, we can now generate images just with a simple text prompt. And Dan was like, really, show me? And he showed it to him, and back then it looked like really crappy, but he was instantly hooked. So he thought like, okay, write a business plan about it. And a little bit later, Storybook Studios was founded. But the problem was, back in 2023, video generation with AI looked a little bit more like...
Let's sit down.
Hey, Uncle Phil, come try this.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
This part of my life is called being stupid.
Yeah, and now we have like this exponential growth, and I think most of us are not prepared for this exponential growth. And think about it, for example, while we are talking, the development of the AI models, like text models, video models, is constantly evolving, and it's going super fast. So back in 2023, we had this super disturbing Will Smith eating spaghetti, which is luckily a benchmark test. Like, for example, right now, always when there is a new video model coming out, people always ask, yeah, let's do the Will Smith eat spaghetti. And you can see the difference between 2023 and 2024. Later on, we try to enhance this with like newer video generation models. We did several single shots that we can see right now. Like aerial shots where we didn't have like, where the director thought like, hey, I would like to have an aerial shot, but they didn't shoot it. So they came out like this, we fixed it in post, and that's how we produced like several shots for actual productions. And back in 2024, when Storybook Studios asked me, hey, you want to join us as an art director? And I said like, yeah, hell yeah, that because AI was my cup of tea back then. They asked me, like, in 2023, I had a video call with them, and they asked, hey, we like your stuff, because I did a lot of trailers and short films with AI, and they said we like your stuff. We don't know how and don't know when, but we want to have you on board. And I said, like, okay, cool. And 8 months later, I was invited by Dan Mark, and he came in like, hey, you want to work for us? Write a number down and you'll be on board. And I'm like, okay, cool. And after 16 years of freelancing, that was kind of a relief for me. And immediately after 2 weeks of working there, they came up with a concept, or creative director, Albert Bosesan, came up with a concept called Space Vets. And Space Vets is a crew of veterinarians flying through space and helping animals and creatures on different planets. And back then they had this little test where it was like a cutout figure walking down or climbing down a ladder on a spaceship. And they asked me, hey, can you develop a workflow to make it look more cool, more realistic? And I said, yeah, let's develop this. And I'm going to show you a little trailer of the first episode.
You've reached the Space Vets. We rescue pets and more.
Hey, supersonic, we are the space vets. Call day and night.
Oh dear, the sun's hotter than 1,000 chilies.
Mom, Lennox is gone.
Oh no.
We'll be there as fast as we can.
Yes, almost got him.
Oh, Lennox.
The ship's out of control.
Oh. All good back there?
Yep, all good.
Space Vets, let's go.
Space vets, let's go.
You can watch the entire first episode on storybookstudios.ai/spacefans. We already produced a couple of more episodes, but as we saw this exponential curve earlier, we have to adapt the workflow from episode to episode, and we are faster and faster and faster. And the funny thing is, from developing all the characters and the story and producing the entire 8-minute episode, the pilot episode, it just took us 60 days with 5 people. And it got us a lot of attention in Forbes magazine and everything, and they called it the first AI-generated kids series, which is actually not true, because there were like a couple of South Park episodes and everything that were produced with AI, but the difference was we created our own IP and we own this IP, so we can sell it, and that's actually what made this so special. But Space Vets is just the beginning, because right now it's really easy. Probably not that easy, but it's more easy to generate animated content than actual real people. But that's what Storybook Studios is about. We want to create like variety of entertainment, not advertising. We want to create films. We want to create movies and TV series. And we are working currently on a project. I forgot this line. So we produced Space Bats, we produced a short film called The Barrier, which won a couple of prizes on AI film festivals. And the thing is, what makes us so different is that we want to tell stories. So like I said earlier, we want to create real TV series and real movies. And in the next slide, I'm going to show you a little sneak peek of a project we are currently working on that I cannot disclose in detail, but I hope you like it.
Previously on Echoes of the Abyss.
So, what do we get?
Seems like the body's been in the war for quite a long time. Years, maybe decades. Several items, patches of clothes, and that all cheap. Seems custom made. The markings? Never seen anything like them before.
Oh, the victim was up on the shore, get buried that deep.
Probably during a period of high tide?
You ask for my expertise in tidal pattern data around the docks?
On the 15th of next month, we'll stop our fishing routes and shut down business. Each of you will receive a large severance payment.
We also found traces of limestone on the garments. In this region, it's either found in the quarry or deeply ancient caves.
Okay. Iron Man we will release it in a couple of months or in a month or so. So the cool thing about Storybook Studios is that, and our main company Pantaleon, is that we have this established network with streamers like Amazon, Digeto, Netflix, Paramount Plus, and so on. And that is probably what sets us apart as an AI-generated company, so that we already have this connection, and it's much easier to bring the actual content to people. But I can tell you that like all these streamers, like a year ago, they said like, oh no, we only work with real artists or real talent, but now they're coming back. And to bring this to an end, I'm just going to show you like the 2025 showcase of our company.
What you're about to witness delves deep into the science and wonder of dreaming, a realm where the impossible becomes possible and the landscapes of the mind stretch far beyond imagination.
You get what you deserve. I'm your nightmare while you're fast asleep. Wrong, it's never felt so right, and revenge has never felt so sweet. I will be your worst and darkest.
Well, let's get the party started.
I'm gonna do bad things, do it like it's nothing. Being bad has never felt so good. I'm gonna do bad things, you won't see it coming. Watch your step, I've been thinking of.
I don't really have eons to draw from, but I did sit through 6 dates with guys who told me all about their AI startups.
Yeah.